Go grab a cold, refreshing beverage, gather the family around. It's contest time. Fucking A. What's up, everyone? I'm the Headbanger. Welcome back to another Horrors Ball. This morning had to wake up insanely early to go to fucking work, and I ended up waking up with a orca-sized headache. Just sucks. So overall, just a really shitty day. And came home, noticed though in the mailbox the clouds had lifted, and it's what we all love to see when we get home. There's a package there. So I was immediately excited because I knew what the package was. It's something I had ordered for the contest. So I was really happy about that. Then gotta get ready. Have my band and I have a Clutch Cargo gig tonight in a couple hours. So I started feeling excited about that. Then I go in the fridge. I was gonna grab some berries for a little after work treat. And I noticed a few of these were left from a pretty kick-ass crazy party that I hosted last weekend. If you want the details, just message me. I'll give them to you. So I got a nice Irish stout here. So tides have turned, and what appeared to be a shitty day turned out pretty sweet. So fuck you, work. Yeah, it is contest time. It's been my first ever contest. I know it's supposed to be, you know, you do one after your 100 subs. This one is we'll call it 150. I'm actually close as we speak to getting near 200, so that's really cool. So while I never do anything the way it's supposed to be done, so we'll call it 150 subs contest. We'll follow the standard format of a Horrors Ball episode. I'll say what the rules of the contest are, what it entails, and then we'll go to a mailbag, but the mailbag will be showing you guys what you would win if you won the contest, and then we'll come back here and I will give my picks of the month. Got some really good ones. So yeah, I mean, obviously I could have done just a little short thing here, but you know I don't do anything short. You get me talking on horror, music, philosophy, religion, politics, beer, cuisine. I'm gonna just ramble on, so sorry about that, but if you're in the Horrors Ball already, you already realize that. So first of all, thank you to every single person out there that has subscribed. I really appreciate it. And more so importantly, shout out to all of you who actually watch the Horrors Ball and watch and comment and all that. I really do appreciate that. I know some of you have seen them all, which is really awesome. I know they are very long, like I said. Some of them have 2-3 parts. I like to ramble about horror, obviously, but I really appreciate it. And this contest is for all of you, particularly the people who actually take the time out of their day to watch my vids, especially when there's so many other great vids out there to watch as well. It's really tough to divide time up. But yeah, let's get to it. The rules, obviously, pretty standard. You got to be a subscriber. That's pretty standard with all your contests out there. Got to do a video response and link it right up to this video. So as you all usually request as well. Video response, has to be a video response, link it up directly to this video. Alright, I'll tell what it is. I'm sure someone out there somewhere at some point has done this topic, maybe, I can only assume. But it's new to me, and I apologize if it's something you guys have all already done, but you know, if you watch any Horrors Ball episodes, numerous times I mentioned how much I love the endings of horror films, how much I value the ending, just to any film, really, any genre. I've had lots of films that I was into, and then the ending just ends up being a dud and it really pisses me off. Or it can be the other way, and the average film can have a superb ending that just vaults it up. So, in saying that, main topic of the contest would be pick your, doesn't have to be your favorite, number one favorite, just one of your favorite endings in a horror film or extreme film, you know. So it doesn't have to be your number one, just some ending that you really loved. And then in turn, one of your least favorite endings, particularly a film that maybe you were digging and then it got to that ending and it kind of just ruined it because you hated the ending so much. So give me one of each of those. Obviously explain why you liked or didn't like the ending. Have fun with it, you know. And then for hopefully, I mean, I'll really enjoy watching all of your responses to that, since I just love endings so much. I love talking about them, and I'll be very interested to see your responses, your reaction, and some of the titles that you give me of some of your favorite and least favorite endings. So that's the main thing of the contest. But there's also extra credit if you want to get an extra entry into the end of the contest. You want to get extra entry. If you watch Horrors Ball, you know that I love to give recommendations, of course. Every episode has at least one to, you know, several. I love recommending horror films, trying to get other people to see something they haven't seen yet and hopefully like it. So extra credit is just pick a film from any of the past Horrors Balls episode and pick something that I've recommended, any title, and pick one that you agree with, that you basically agree with, like maybe saw after and liked, or had already seen it and you agree with me that you really like the film. Just to reiterate to other people that maybe may have missed something, that you agree with my recommendation, just one. Just pick something that you like, and that would be an extra. You'll get an extra name in the proverbial hat. So, and explain why. I mean, obviously you can go back if you haven't seen some older episodes. You can just obviously fast forward and pick something. At least pick a title and tell me why you agree with me that it should be recommended to other people. So that's it. Your favorite horror ending, one of your favorite horror endings, one of your least favorite horror endings. I'll give you a quick example, if I could, of maybe two of mine. There's so many to choose from. These are just two random ones that I'll stick it to a film that's kind of the same subgenre, kind of like that realistic found footage type. Two films. One of my favorite horror films ever. This is kind of probably the quintessential love-hate horror film, one of them. That was the Blair Witch Project. You all remember that? Seems like you either love it or you hate it. I absolutely love the film. I adore it. It's one of my all-time favorite horror films, and a lot of the things people knock it for are the same. Shaky camera bothered them. They didn't like the lead girl actress, Heather Donahue. They didn't show enough. Stuff like that. All the same reasons I didn't mind the camera shaking at all. I love the realism of it. I thought the actors were fantastic and very realistic. I loved Heather Donahue. She didn't annoy me at all. I loved the minimalistic approach of the scares, kind of old school, of not showing a lot. The less is more theory. Absolutely love that. The sounds, noises, just how it looked outside at night in the woods, just the little nuances of it. Absolutely loved it. And what made it even more, I mean, as I was watching in the theater way back when, I'm watching, I'm like, I just adore this. And then I loved it even more after that ending, when she's running into that house and she's screaming for her friend Mike, and she finally gets to him, and he's, you know, you've seen him, he's facing the wall, not saying anything, and then something happens to her, knocks her over. And absolutely love that. Made a great film that I already was enjoying, vaulted into one of my all-time faves. Example of something I didn't like was similar type of film recently, Paranormal Activity. I saw that in the theater as well. I wasn't loving it, but I was definitely enjoying it as it progressed. I liked the two main characters. I thought the chick was really cute. I liked similar in its, you know, kind of like plotting, developing, slow moving, slowly escalating with the scares. I really liked that, the realism. There wasn't any shitty CGI. It was just real kind of like basic scares of noises and some visuals. And I was really digging it. The whole time I've said before, I get paranoid with some films, like what's going to happen when it ends? Are they going to fuck this up? And I remember being in the theater and thinking that exact thing with some of my buddies. I'm like, they're going to fuck this ending up. I can just feel it. And sure enough, it gets to the end, which in a film like that, where you're slowly like snowballing to the end, the payoff is huge. And if you screw that up, pretty much fucks the movie up. And get to the end, and she, you know, the lead actress looks up into the camera, does a really cheesy smile, like evil grin into the camera, and then it does that shitty ass like effect where her face just kind of like flies in. Just fucking awful, and I was just so upset. And because I was really, even just a decent ending would have made me end up liking the film so much more. I know there's the alternate ending too, which really isn't much better, but anyway, there's an example of two of mine. So hopefully you respond well to this. And again, I really appreciate all you that have supported me these first few months of myself and the Horrors Ball on YouTube. Really appreciate it. I've made a lot of really cool friends from around the world, and you guys are all really cool. And hopefully you're into this contest, and we'll enter, and we'll get to the mailbag now, and I will show you what you can win. And we'll be back.